What up, guys? So today I'm going to work on the engine hump a little bit, see if I can at least get one side done today. I'll swap you around here, show you a couple things and an update on the door handles. So the door handle on the driver's side, I got that all in and running last week, but when it's starting to crunch when you go to open it. So I ordered two new door handles for the 47. So they're Ford 47 from Dennis Carpenter. And I found a passenger side window regulator, new old stock off eBay. It was 80 bucks. So I was like, yep. So I ordered all that stuff. It's not here yet, but I did order that. So let me swap you around here and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing for the engine hump, my idea to finish off the sides. All right, guys, so I've got this back in, I've got that back in, and then what I have is, this is inch and a half, 1/8 inch thick plate. So I'm going to be welding it inside the channel there, like that. And then this one will go up here. So basically, that's going to get welded to the body. And then from here is how I'm going to make this piece. So this piece it'll either come right off or it'll be part of this, but I'm thinking it's going to come off. So that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to be working on the passenger side over there, because on this side, I'll have to, there's a little bit more involved on this side because of the pedal, right? So I got to make sure that I clear here. If I have to put like a little blister in there, so to make sure that that would swing through, and this all has to come off. So anyway, so I'm going to work on the passenger side. Oh, and also with the door handle. So, before I had that piece of metal in there, well, I got some heim joints. So these are three 1032 thread and threaded rod heim joints. So that works a lot smoother. But as you can see, the door handle inside, the door handle is starting to, it's just starting to give up the ghost. But that's okay. I ordered two new door handles, one for this side to replace this one, so I'll have to re-weld that lever, that little lever right there. I'll have to re-weld it on, and it looks like with the heim joints, I'm going to have to bring this up a little higher because it just hits right up in there. So, but it's still, oh, and while we're here, so this is what I got so far for the door handle. That's as far as I got, was right here. So I'm still figuring out what I'm going to do here, but I want to get that door handle in and squared away. But it still works. So that's what we're going to work on. I have a piece of 18 gauge, big old 4x4 square or 4x4 sheet. I was kind of saving it for the doors, for the bottoms of the doors, but I think I can make these pieces and still have enough for the doors. So let's get into this. I'm gonna try this in 2 pieces. All right, guys, so I zapped it to the center. So I'm just gonna see if I can move this out. That's what I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna remove the bolts up there, or remove the nuts, and then see if this will lift out as one piece. Why not? Because if I just have to do the one side to be removable, that would make my life way easier. All right, let me get those bolts out. Oops, kind of welded it here. I accidentally welded it to the brace on the inside. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this off without. All right. Let me get all those bolts out. Ah, it's welded. All right, guys. So I got this side done. Let me swap you around, I'll show you. All right, guys, so there's the piece. This does come in and out with this, so this is going to be one piece. We found out exactly as I had hoped. This can come out without taking this stuff off, right? You just have to take these bolts, these heads off the bolts, and then just take the bolts out, and this comes right out. So, and then all along this rail here, I actually had to weld nuts to be able to put these in because I can't get my rib nut tool in there. So that's going to be something I will be addressing on the other side, because the other side will have to be removable on and off, especially because of the gas pedal on that side. Back here I put a couple rib nuts back there. So basically I just have to weld this up through here so it makes this all one piece. And that is way better than what I had before. So guys, that is going to wrap up today. Yes, so I'm going to work on the other side. This is Sunday today, so I'll probably have to work on it a little bit throughout the week, but we will see until we're back on her. Alrighty guys, so that is in now. So let me pan you down here, and I'll show you, well first I'll show you how it all looks and then what I got left, but I'm going to mark this as done. But let me show you. So here we go. So up here I do clear the gas tank, or the gas pedal does clear. Mind you, it's only about, that's about 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch, but that clearing's clearing. I do have to take this stuff off. I needed to leave the gas pedal in there to make sure that I had clearance, right? So I still have to take this off. Way up in there, I got to put another like a rib nut in there. So it's going to be a rib nut 20 up here, one right here, so I can easily access it from there or back there to get those off. And then every one of these is going to have a rib nut, and I've got so many of them because I kind of want that sealed off. I mean, yes, I'm going to be covering this with sound deadening, so it adds a thickness of material for it to squish down in, but I just want to be safe than sorry. So there's a rib nut that'll go here, and then I'll put 2 more here, and then these 2, and then 1 right there. So that's all in there as I want it. So I had a little bit of a gapping issue right here. I guess I just didn't cut that straight, and instead of recutting a new piece, I just used that one. It had a 3/16 of an inch right here gap, and that's what this rod is 3/16. So I just have to finish welding that out right there, and then I have to finish tack welding all this stuff and then grind it all down. And then over here I'm just going to make a 90, like a 90. I don't have one here. So basically a 90, it'll be here, and then it'll actually attach back there. So it'll put it up against that. I still have to do that on the other side as well. But that's awesome, right? So what I had to do is I took 2-inch strips. They were 48 inches long, but I took 2-inch strips, and then I just kind of started welding them to it because I needed that real close, right? And then on this one down here, I actually curved it in and then brought it out that way. That's why I needed this in there, so it would block this up, and it gives me an attachment point because this had to come in. So you can see it had to really do that number. And this right here, I tapped down on the vise, and that's what gave me my clearance there. So that's awesome. I mean, that ugly engine hump that I had to this really nice piece. And once this all gets covered with sound deadening and then carpet, I mean, I think it'll be awesome. And it'll still give me enough room up underneath here for AC unit or whatever inside. So let me swap you around here, and I'll show you how easy this is to take out. Obviously, these are Clecos, not rib nuts, but that just means you have to unscrew them versus just unclipping them. So that's all it is. You just up and out. Not bad at all. So let's talk about this and show you a goodie that I got in. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up this adventure of the engine hump. I like this one way better than that other one that I made. I like that the one side comes off. I like how it's shaped. Everything about it, I like it. What I'm going to do probably in the next couple days, I'm not going to show it here in the video because it's just going to be me tack welding all those little pieces together better. I mean, they're solid now, but they're still, I need to make sure that it's all welded up. So that kind of gets monotonous. I mean, tack, 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 tack. Okay, dry, blow. You get the picture. But I had to kind of do this during the evening after work Wifey has an event this weekend, and it's a 2-day event, and I can't really be out here banging and cutting and grinding and welding because I help her with her events, right? I'm kind of like the back office guy, you know, getting stuff done, setting stuff up as she needs it, that kind of deal. But what we got in the mail, we got our door handles from Dennis Carpenter. So look at that. No noise whatsoever, no wiggle wobble. So if you notice in there, that was my idea on the other ones, was to put a press pin in there. But you know what? These are exactly as it should be. So the only problem is that the length is about 1.5 inches longer than the stock ones, right? So I'll have to cut that down, but you kind of get the idea, right? I think that is going to be amazing. So I'm glad I got them, and they are heavy, like way heavier than the hot rodder ones that I got off Amazon. So I got to get that taken care of. Yeah, so that's going to be it this one. Thanks guys for coming out and watching my little engine hump version 2, and this one I'm really happy with. So again guys, I appreciate you, everyone coming out here, all the subscribers, all the comments. I really like all that stuff, the interaction. Some of your guys' ideas are awesome, that come out there and actually say, hey, you should do this, or what about doing this? Those are awesome ideas, and you know, I store them. And I am definitely not one that claims to know everything about everything, so I take everyone's idea, and please, I don't consider it criticism. I consider it just more wealth of knowledge from the collective of other people that have done this stuff, and they probably know a little bit more than I do for sure. So I appreciate you guys all, and thanks again, and hey, go out and build something cool, guys, one weekend at a time. Laters.